see if I can do this without spilling my coffee all over the place, because yeah, I already totally did that. So this baby has officially been in my womb longer than I ever made it in my mother's. I am 27 weeks and 2 days at the time of filming this, and I was born during 26 weeks gestation. Welcome back. My name is Erica, and I am very excited to share with you the progress of my pregnancy. If you're new here, my channel has mostly been about just sharing some of the ups and downs of expecting my first child. I also have an autoimmune disease and some scarring on my abdomen that are adding some interesting terrain to this unknown territory. So if any of that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to follow along, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future updates. So I've been using the What to Expect When You're Expecting app for a portion of this pregnancy. I started out with a different app and didn't really like some of the features that were on there, and so I switched to this one at the recommendation of a friend. My app is telling me that my baby is currently around 2 pounds and 14.5 inches long, which makes sense because I believe I was 2 pounds 2 ounces when I was born and about 15 inches long. I just think it's neat being able to track the progress. I will say this little peanut seems very, very happy. So active the other day actually that it was making me quite uncomfortable, and so I just started just rocking back and forth, hoping that the movement would lull baby to sleep, and sure enough, it did. I got about 45 minutes of relief before she started kicking again. And then as for just a brief thyroid update, I did get my results back eventually and got a notice from my doctor just stating that everything looked good and there was no need for any added thyroid medication at this time. So we'll check again in about two or 3 weeks time. I'm kind of losing track of time at this point, and trying to keep track of appointments has been a little bit difficult, but I believe I'll be going again for blood work in about 2 to 3 weeks. So I would say overall I'm feeling pretty good. My husband says I'm looking good, so that's nice to hear. But I've definitely been feeling pretty tired, pretty achy and sore, some by the end of the day usually. And my weeks kind of seem to be going in spurts where I have a lot more energy from like Monday to Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, things just kind of gradually tank, and by Saturday and Sunday, all I want to do is just sleep. I'm so tired some weekends. And that does kind of seem to be when baby is maybe going through a bit of a growth spurt, or there's a lot more activity going on inside me. I definitely feel it. It's sucking a lot of energy out of me, and that's been hard. It's been frustrating at times because I want to be able to do more things, and also my emotions have just kind of been following my energy levels. So if I'm tired and already not feeling like doing much, then my thoughts are just very discouraged, and then I get discouraged and I'm discouraged because I don't want to be feeling like this. It just quickly spirals into a bit of a mess in my mind, which is unfortunate. But then I can get a few good nights sleep in and I feel ready to tackle the next day again. So on that note, I do have to say a huge thank you to those who have been praying for me with struggling with insomnia. I know I've mentioned it to a few people and they've said that they were praying for me, and I just have to say thank you. It has been a huge help definitely if I can get a good night's rest in. I think my weight is holding pretty steady at this point. I've gained a total of about 20 pounds-ish so far from the start of my pregnancy. And where else was I going with that? With that weight gain, I definitely think that my belly has grown the most in the last about 4 to 5 weeks or so. And I've definitely been able to feel that. Things are just getting, a little more awkward. My center of gravity seems to be getting thrown off a little bit more. Just moving around has felt just more awkward. And I imagine that it will just get more so over the next 3 months. As for some of the back pain and stuff that I was experiencing though, stretching seemed to be making things worse this past week, and so I opted instead to start going for walks, 15 to 30 minute walks, however long my pea-sized bladder can hold out. And I think that's been helping a lot more. It's just getting out and moving, just walking is just really good for you. And on the note of physical activity, I just want to give a huge thank you and shout out to Steph Nye for sending me this pack of resistance bands. I am hugely looking forward to using these in the next few weeks and months, and even in my recovery period postpartum to gain some strength back. Right now, though, what I'm doing to try to combat some of the back pain and abdominal pain that I've been experiencing is I've actually started a core rehab program that I found online, and I just started this past week, so I don't have much to say on it just yet, other than I'm encouraged with what I've seen and heard and been putting into practice so far. And so stay tuned. I will definitely be doing a video on that sometime in the future to let you know how things go, whether I like the program and would recommend it. So far the program seems very worth it, and I'm excited to see where the next 6 to 8 weeks bring me. With the added hormones and emotions from being overtired, I've also been experiencing some anxiety again lately and a lot of homesickness. Just, yeah. Central Wisconsin is not my home. I've moved here about just over a year ago to get married. I plan to share a little bit more about my story and how I got here in a future video right shortly, so keep an eye out for that as well if you would like to know more about my story. So I believe that is everything I wanted to cover for today. I go for my next prenatal appointment next week, and Lord willing, we'll be headed on a little bit of a weekend trip later on that week and getting some maternity photos taken, spending some time with friends, and yeah, just really looking forward to that, looking forward to a little bit of a break. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.